Karen Lewis, and I'm an Aspire intern. Today, we're at the Doyle Chambers Research Station to talk about small ruminant hoofs. Hoof care is extremely important for the overall health of sheep and goats. Today, we are going to specifically address hoof trimming and demonstrate proper trimming techniques. Heavy moisture and high temperatures are ideal for hoof growth. Louisiana's hot, humid climate creates the perfect conditions for bacterial growth and hoof growth. When sheep and goat hooves are not properly cared for, there is an increased risk for bacterial infections, lameness, and other health problems. Before we begin trimming the hooves, let's look at several different types of hoof trimmers. You can test out several kinds of trimmers to see what is most comfortable for your hand. The important thing to remember is to use clean, sharp trimmers. Because they are sharp, make sure you're using safe and proper techniques to prevent injuring yourself. We are working with animals, so there is no guarantee that they will be cooperative. Before you begin trimming, you need to restrain your animal. We're using a goat here today. For a goat, you can put them on a stand, you can hold them, or you can tie them to a fence. For sheep, the process will be the same, but you can hold them in the shearing position, or you can put them on a stand as well. We can now begin trimming the goat's hooves. So first, to pick up her leg, I will place my hand below her knee and bend her leg back so that the bottom of her hoof is facing upward. I will then use the closed trimmers to scrape off any dirt that may be on the bottom of her foot. The first part of the hoof that I will trim is the outer wall. You want to trim off any excess material that may have folded over. Then you can move on to the inner part of the hoof wall. This part may be difficult to reach, so you can maneuver your trimmers whichever way possible to be able to thoroughly trim the hoof. The last part of the hoof that you may need to trim is the heel pad. The heel pad does not grow as much as the hoof wall, but it may have some excess material that you need to trim off. The overall goal of trimming the hooves is to get the hoof level and parallel to the hairline right above the hoof. After you finish with one of the legs, you can move on to the next legs. I typically go to the back legs next. Goats don't really like their legs picked up, so if they start to squirm, it's okay. Just try to remain calm and your goat will too. Remember is to not cut too deep into the hoof. You'll know if you cut too deep by a pinkish color on the sole. If you accidentally make a deep wound, you can keep bloodstop powder on hand just in case it bleeds. If you're planning to show your animal in a livestock show, make sure that you trim their hooves several days before the show. You want your animal to be in good condition on show day, and by trimming their hooves several days before, it allows them to recover from any potential cuts and to ensure they are walking comfortably again. It's always helpful to watch someone with more experience before you attempt to trim your animal's hooves for the first time. Always feel free to reach out to your local 4-H agent or extension agent for any help.